All right, here is a Mason & Hamlin A, and here's the plate for it. There's the serial number, 23458. You can see these little things here. I'm going to do some fixing of this plate. I don't know if it shows up here, but those holes were sort of misdrilled, and these little gouges in the plate that are supposed to allow the tuning hammer to go on the tuning pins are not quite in the right spot. So I'm gonna don't tell anybody, but I'm gonna do a little plate grinding on there to make sure those tuning pins don't foul on there, and you can actually tune the piano, and you don't have to lean the pins forward to get away with it or cheat it. I'm gonna try to do that right. So here's a look that a lot of people don't get to see on a piano. The soundboard is out, getting fixed. I'm gonna take the soundboard out, fix it, and then glue it back in. And I have gone a little overboard, and usually I just vacuum these things up and clean them up. I actually put some varnish on here and put some wax on there. So this is going to be the nicest underside of a piano that you may ever see. Also, I repainted this, tightened up the screws, of course, so that's getting ready to have the soundboard glued back in, which is over there getting fixed. And even though I'm doing sort of a rebuild / restoration on this piano, I'm keeping the old soundboard. I'm not going to keep the old pin block because I want the tune pins to stay in tune. So I'm not going to just put oversized pins in it. I'm making a new pin block, this is a 5-ply pin block like the original. I'm going to glue it in like the original. So I'm just showing this in case you happen to be looking at it because you're thinking about buying the piano. I just want to show that this A is a new pin block. It'll have 2 pins in it, which is like a new piano. They'll be tight, and I'm fitting this block to fit in the case like Mason & Hamlin did, not just they call floating the pin block in there. It's going to be integrated in here. I'll put the dowels back in there like it was originally. Dowel it into here. Dowel it into here. What else? I just wanted to make sure people saw that it's not like this is the technical term for this pin block is a cheapy pin block. It's just a multi-laminate block of flat sawn maple, and it's okay for what it is. It's under $100. This is a 5-ply pin block that costs about $400, a little more than $400. And why it's very expensively cut wood. This is called quarter sawn wood. And when a tuning pin sees the edge of this quarter sawing, it holds the pressure of the string better. I think, in my unconsidered opinion, the string is trying to pull this tuning pin over like this. In a 5-ply, this is the first thing that the tuning pin sees that's holding it back. And I could try to make a demonstration where if the tuning pin just saw the edge of wood like this, it's easy to push in on this side. It's not easy to push in on this side. I know that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know how to describe that any better than that. I should probably think about it. But anyway, I think the main thrust of this video is just to let you know, if you're buying this piano, you can't see this piece of wood. It's hidden, so you wouldn't really know if it's the old pin block that's been saved. You could check to see if there's oversized pins. You could do that. And if there's 2 pins, you could assume that. But somebody may have plugged the holes and re-drilled them, which is not, it's doable. I don't think it's going to hold up for as many years as a new pin block would, my opinion. So anyway, I'm sure there's probably a lot more. I could talk about the case a little bit. Because this case was sitting around in a shop where I was learning piano rebuilding, it didn't get dinged up very much. So it really is in pretty nice shape. The whole case was not used. There's a couple pieces that I replaced, a veneer that I replaced on some of the edges here. and I'll stain those in to match, and hopefully they'll become invisible. But the rest of it's out here, getting refinished, and it's in very good shape. Not good shape, it's in very good or excellent shape. So I'll show some of that at some point, maybe also. But right now, I wish I had made some videos before I took it apart. I took some pictures, and maybe there's a way to stick pictures in with these YouTube videos. I don't know. I'll work on it. But that's where I am right now.